Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Craig Hall here. Got this package in the mail. Let's see what's inside. You can probably already tell by the title of the video, but it's about that time. It's finally here. I've been waiting patiently. Just talks about a couple things that are on the box, a couple little things, you know, the general stuff that you can see in an unboxing. I just thought I'd do one, show off my controller, well, not show off, just show my controller and talk about what I got. So let's get into it. I did get the adjustable hair triggers. Oh, comes with a Scuf sticker. Talks about the controllers and the paddles on the back, just that. This one talks about, I guess, directions for it, whatever. 2-day trial, and there she is. It's beautiful. I got the regular sticks. I got everything, you know, I just wanted to keep it as basic as possible. I got the regular triggers, and on the back, that's where it gets nice. Got all 4 paddles, and the grip for the hair triggers. Oh, I cannot wait to use this. So I will be posting my first game along with this unboxing. So let's just get right into the gameplay. One more thing, I got that red LED. Oh, that's nice. The white is gonna be nice. Alright everybody, let's get into it. Let's talk about this Scuf and let's see what I like about it and what I don't. Alright, so I mean, the Scuf is a great product and I fucking love it. I mean, the best 100 and some odd dollars I spent. I don't actually know how much I spent. It was above 100, I know that. But I can tell you that it is a great investment and it's something that a lot of people would definitely enjoy to use. I mean, there's a lot of times that I use it and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, when I first looked into it, getting a Scuf, my friend Kale and Gary were telling me about it, and I was like, well, it sounds like a great idea and blah, 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 but I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, what if, like, I don't like it, and like, what if I get this and I get that and I don't like it? Like, there's 4 paddles in the back of my controller, the adjustable triggers, and I also thought about getting a domed right analog stick. There's just a lot of things of like, well, am I gonna like it? Is it gonna fit my play style? And overall, is it gonna affect me with the way I play? And it was something that I had to do a lot of research in. I know it sounds crazy to research a fucking controller, but it's something I had to do. And I mean, because it does feel different. I mean, the controller does feel a little bit heavier. It is a little bit bulkier because of the grips I have on my back. But after using the controller, I definitely do get used to it, and it feels normal picking it up now after the couple of days that I've had it. And I mean, I totally enjoy it. And look at this cheese. What the fuck? This sniper's ridiculous. But it's something I do enjoy, and I mean, there are times that I play, like you just saw there, like, it's weird trying to time up your jumps and everything using the paddles because you're so used to pushing the button, and it's just something that you just have to get used to now. And I mean, it's just something that you just have to do on like your own. Like, it's gonna take you a while, whether it takes you a week, 2 weeks, or like if you're a fast learner, you get it easier than other people. Like me personally, I'm starting to pick up with the controller a lot easier. And the gameplay you're watching here, it's not actually my first game. It's actually my 3rd game. I played 3 games, and the first 2 were my worst, and then I just took the better one. I don't want to give you guys just a shit gameplay. But I mean, it's definitely an advantage. I mean, I'm not saying that it gives you like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a pro advantage. I mean, there's definitely some skill that's needed for the controller. It's not high maintenance, but it's something. It's like getting a headset. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, like things like this right here, how I'm aiming while I'm turning in the air. I mean, just little things like that. Or like you'll see later on in the video, like I try to start drop shot and it starts to work for me because it's just, it basically comes from repetition and trying to figure out like what each thing does. I mean, when I first got my controller, I didn't know how to use the paddles. I went into a private match on Halo and pushed each paddle just to see what it did, and I had to figure it out. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could have done with the controller, like getting remappable paddles where you can change what each paddle means. And I didn't get that on my controller, but on my controller the paddles go A, X, Y, V, and sometimes I wish I could switch the Y and the X, but I can't because I didn't get the electromagnetic remapping. I think that's how you say it. It's just a preference choice. Everything on the controller is totally preference. You could get 2 paddles, you could get no paddles, you could get basic triggers and just customize a controller. And I mean, that's all great and everything, and it all comes down to how you want the controller to feel for you. So that means if you want grips, you can have the grips. I feel that the grips, I mean, they don't stop your hands from sweating because everyone's hands fucking sweat. I mean, they are something nice to just grip on instead of the hard plastic where the controller could slip out of your hand. And I mean, it is just something different for you guys to use. And I mean, I guess you could say some bad things that I noticed about the controller for me was when I first got it with the triggers, I guess I was pushing them harder than I needed to because I'm so used to having to push the trigger all the way in. But with the hair triggers, you don't have to do that. You can just tap them lightly, and for most games the gun will shoot or whatever you're doing will work. But for instance, like in Halo, the way it comes just set up out of the box, the triggers stop at a point where you can't like charge up a plasma pistol or things like that. Like there's certain things that you just can't do because other games require you to push that trigger all the way in. And I mean, it's not a bad thing, it's just, it's very tedious to sit there and adjust each trigger every time you want to play a different game. So I recommend that you have the controller for a specific game or just specific games like Halo and Call of Duty or Battlefield and Call of Duty, just simple things like that. And for other games like Forza and what's it called? Forza and like Battlefield and different games, just like different games that you play, I would definitely just use a different controller. What the fuck? Look at that. I wasn't ready for that. But it all just depends on your preference and your playstyle. Like if you prefer a controller for Battlefield because that's your main game, then you can get the controller and then you can change it to however you want, adjust the triggers to do whatever you need them to do, because for some things that the triggers may not go all the way down for and you may not be able to get that action. It all just depends on your preference and how you like to play, honestly. So it's just how you play, basically. I mean, it's literally how you play. I don't know how to explain it any easier, but another thing that I mean, I do like the controller, don't get me wrong, but when I was first looking into it, it was really weird because I didn't know like what would work for me and like if these things were actually going to be good for me or they would hurt me. Look at that. Look at that. First ground pound I've ever gotten. But it was something, you see right there, I tried to drop shot. Like, it's something that you try to implement every time you play. But here we go. Here we go. The drop shots. I learned. Yeah, but no, it's just a preference thing. So it's something that I recommend you really do your research on and just really figure out what's going to work best for you. Like, what's going to work when you play your play style, what's going to match you the best so that you can get the most out of your Scuf controller. And I mean, it's a great thing. I really do think it is. And believe me, I mean, I can't believe that I've been playing without one for this long now. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to turn you into a pro, but I mean, it's definitely going to give you a pretty good edge over whoever doesn't have a Scuf controller. Being able to jump in the air and aim, being able to drop shot faster, being able to just push those buttons a lot faster than other people might be able to. Rest in peace to my aim. But being able to just do those things faster than other people can when they have to take their finger off. right analog stick, and that's pretty much the main thing that you have to worry about. Like, really think about how much time you spend to take off your thumb off the analog stick when you could be using it to aim or do something else. I mean, after a while, when you really do think about it, it's not a lot of time, but it is some time that you could be using to aim or to do something more. I mean, you could be using the controller to do something else. I mean, you could be using it to play a different game. It all just depends on your play style, like I've said. And I mean, it's something that I would recommend you do your research on, like really take your time on and see what's going to work out for you and your play style. And I wouldn't just dive in and buy one. Another drop shot. I wouldn't just dive in and buy one just to join the hype, but I would definitely buy one. But make sure you do your research before you spend the amount of money you spend on it. Oh, wait for it. Here's another one. Here's another one. Sit down. But it is something that I would recommend you take your time, do your research on, and really find out what's going to work best for you and what you're going to like, and it's going to work for you. So you're not spending the amount of money that you're spending on a controller, and then it doesn't work for you. And you have to take the time to send it back and get another one. And it takes about a week. It can take a while, but it all just depends on your play style. So I hope this first impression / unboxing / gameplay was helpful to you guys to understand what a Scuf is and how you can benefit from it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and follow me on Twitter. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.